Good morning, welcome to Breakfast with Victoria, Valentine and John Kay.
Our headlines today.
Good morning. Victoria, morning.
Hi, morning, John. Well, Nottinghamshire police are flying flags at half-mast today in tribute to the 46-year-old Sergeant Graham Saville, who died while trying to help a distressed man on the railway tracks near Newark on Thursday. Police say he was a hugely respected and popular colleague. Phil Mackey. The man who was chief executive of the NHS Trust, where the nurse Lucy Letby murdered 7 babies, wrote in a now-deleted blog about being persuaded to run the London Trust by a senior NHS England boss. Tony Chambers has been accused of ignoring concerns raised by doctors who worked with Letby. Our social affairs correspondent Michael Buchanan has this report. The Russian authorities say an airport in the northwestern city of Pushkov has been attacked by drones. The Foreign Secretary James Cleverly has arrived now in Beijing for the first visit to China by a senior minister in more than 5 years. He's due to meet the Chinese Foreign Secretary and also the Vice President to discuss climate change and international security. Our China correspondent Stephen McDonnell explains the importance of these talks. The US state of Florida is preparing for this Hurricane Idalia, which is expected to make landfall very soon. The state governor has issued evacuation orders amid warnings of 15-feet-high storm surges in some coastal areas. Our correspondent John Sudworth has sent us this report from the city of Tampa.
Hundreds of tents have been left behind at campsites following the Leeds Festival at the weekend. Good luck with that to the volunteers. Right, it's 6:15 and it's lovely to have Carol here in the studio with us.
Thanks, Carol. Now, Ukraine's summer counteroffensive has met with stiff Russian resistance, leading to pretty minimal gains over the last few months.
Yes, Quentin Somerville has been reporting from the front line over the last year or so and speaking to Ukrainian soldiers who are being bombarded by Russian artillery in their fight for territory.
Quentin Somerville there, and you can see a longer version of Quentin's report on the BBC News this evening at 6 o'clock, of course.
It's 6:20 Wednesday morning. Thank you for joining us. Let's have a look at this morning's papers.
I went on that, but I won't.
Discuss.
Discuss. And let's show you this instead, shall we? A pretty striking...
6:22.
4 women who were all raped by the same man have waived their anonymity to campaign for better treatment for rape victims in the justice system.
23-year-old Logan Doig was sentenced to 9.5 years with a further 3 years extended sentence at Glasgow's High Court last month.
Our reporter Katrina Renton has been speaking to 3 of the women about supporting each other in court and making it easier to get justice in Scotland. That was Hannah McLaughlin, Jennifer McCann and Hannah Reid speaking very bravely and openly to our reporter Katrina Renton there.
It's remarkable to see that unity and have them speaking publicly like that. A spokesperson for the Scottish Government has told us that victim statements are used to inform sentencing decisions and that it's committed to improving the system to better reflect the needs of victims.
Well, if you've been affected...
It's 6:26. Still to come here on Breakfast this morning. UK with maybe strange, unusual, interesting names. Outsiders get it wrong, and it really, really annoys it. We're pretty guilty of getting it wrong sometimes here ourselves.
Yeah. I've definitely...
And then we'll be able to name check that too, hopefully correctly, at 6:28.
OK, it's time now to get the news, travel and weather wherever you are.
That's it.